So I've decided to keep making videos because my kids are being quiet and it's the weekend and I like talking to myself, so why not do it on video? Because I like looking in the mirror. It kind of goes hand in hand. I've been sitting here like wondering, well, kind of getting angry because I'm thinking like the two topics that actually probably every topic, the homophobia, the racism, colorism, the religion, those are all things that I'm pretty passionate about. I always try to research as much as possible, and it's because it all affects me quite a bit, whether it be emotional, physical, financial, whatever the case. The one thing that I get upset is being called angry when I speak about, or angry is, the reason I'm an atheist is because I'm an angry person. The reason I'm talking about the racial issues the way I am and blunt and all this other crap, it's because I'm angry. An angry racist or an angry this, angry that, whatever. Ignorant, blah, blah, blah. And it frustrates me because that's exactly the problem that we all have. And that's what makes us angry. People will call things out as something without understanding that even though I am angry about the situation, it doesn't mean that I'm an angry person in general or that my anger has in any way altered how I see what made me angry in the first place. You can't say, oh, you're just mad at God. That's why. No. If I was mad at God for not giving me something or doing something for me, I would just be an angriest. I would still be a theist who's just angry. If I was just some bitter blackish chick, whatever you want to call me, would my anger be the reason that I'm calling out certain things that couldn't actually be proven? No. The most it can mean is that I'm biased based on my views. And in that case, if I argue them enough, do you not think that I'm going to at least look into the things that other people are saying? I believe in opposing views, period. It's like being on a debate team. Like, you're not going to always think the same way. You're not always going to feel the same way. You're not always going to be on the same side. So why would you always want to just know the side that you're on? It's not going to work in a war. You're going to have to figure out the other person, their territory and everything, their location. It's not going to work with politics. You're not going to be able to speak on what you believe and then the other person or what they're doing wrong if you're not trying to see what's going on. It's not going to work that way in anything in life. So social media is no different. The only difference is you're going to go over there thinking that you won an argument that you had nothing to say, do, alter, or to increase the knowledge of anybody around. You're just being a douchebag and talking shit. That's it. Probably something that you memorized that somebody else told you. If you don't know anything about the history of the emotion, the person, the people, the argument, you're just blowing hot air out of your ass. That's it. Don't speak up on black people selling slaves if you're not going to mention the differences between the black people at those times, or the white slaves. Don't mention the black on white crime of today if you're not going to mention all the white on black crime that's happened compared to this few decades that you've been alive and decided that black people were just horrible people. If you're not going to mention, if you're going to mention Jesus being the way, you need to mention all the other people who have the same way, the same birthday, the same life, the same story, the same everything. If you're going to mention how good religion is for people, you need to also study what Mother Teresa was about, what certain Catholic priests are about, what most missionaries since the beginning of time have been all about. Eugenics, witch trials, slavery, acceptance, and justification. You can't say, well, that was just this person, that was just that, and then have the nerve to fight or debate a person using the exact same argument. Well, what about this person? Well, that was just this. You can't. All you have to do, you don't even have to care about the other person. If you just want to be a pompous ass and just shut it down, the argument, make sure you know both sides. Don't just pick how you feel and then find evidence to back your claim when you have no evidence telling you that that's the correct choice in the first place. It's all opinion until it's a logical debate. You can't sit here and tell me, you can't say, hey, my shirt, even though it's gray right now, it was orange. And then say, prove it, you don't understand this, that, and the other, and have a whole argument. And then the other person comes say, well, that's funny because I have this video of you wearing this earlier. You uploaded a bunch of selfies earlier. You had the same color shirt on. So in between that time, when did it happen? So I'm a liar? Oh, okay, I get it. I'm a liar. You don't have to be a liar. You don't have to be stupid. You don't have to be anything but ignorant, oblivious, and okay with it. Why would you even choose to debate somebody on a topic that's not even worth researching? I mean, I'm one of those people who believes that anybody who's done wrong or seen as less than anyone else is the victim, period. So the way I see it, with all of us black people, blackish people, off black people, us, I got Indian in my family people, I'm Puerto Rican people. If we want to mention the history of our people and all the struggles and the setbacks that they have gone through, the torture, the destruction, the hate, fueled by nothing more than something as skin. Not only do we have every right to do so, we have every right to pay it forward, pay it back, pay it in advance, put in a COD, and back order a motherfucker, and put someone in the bank just for the savings, without anybody having the nerve to try to say we are pulling a race card or playing the victim or anything like that. Because the bottom line is, anybody who does not have this history, does not know what it's like, does not know the laws, and your little even 100 little decades, 50, 80 years, whatever, is nothing compared to the hundreds and hundreds of years of destruction, mental, physical. So anyone who speaks up on that and doesn't know anything about that, you're a piece of shit and you've already lost from the get-go. But you're more than welcome to debate, but come with some actual information, not just the shit that we always hear. I don't want to hear I'm playing victim. I don't want to hear I'm angry. I want to know why. I want to know the statistics. I want to know the history of when we became equal, when we became people with our hands out for something we didn't earn, when nobody was given anything for everything earned, built, killed over, incarcerated over. I mean, last I checked, I don't know. After MLK's death and Kennedy's death, when did they let all the people out of prison that were put in prison just for being black? Oh, they didn't? Oh. When they stopped doing that? Didn't they just find some oh yeah, the guy, I think he put him in for 25 years. An innocent black man, 25 years. He got busted for it after it wasn't cool to do anymore. And he got, 10 days in jail. That's all a Negro is worth. We're like what the Irish slaves were worth compared to the African slaves. Huh. Funny how that works. Very easy to say we're playing victim. Very easy to say we're angry. Wouldn't you be angry? Especially when you mention this stuff and everybody's like, shh, whatever, it's the past. I tell you, it's really not that difficult. Being wrong is fantastic because then you know for a fact you've learned something. If all you want is to be right, perception is always going to be key. You can be right no matter what and not learn a motherfucking thing. You're always going to be right in your head because people, the smarter you get, the more complex things get, the more you want to dig deeper, the more you want to know. That's it. You're not going to want to know, I ate dinner for dinner. After a while, you're going to want to know what you're eating. Oh, I ate chicken for dinner. And after a while, you're going to want to know, oh, I ate baked chicken for dinner. There's so much more to it than just that one label or that one word. There's so much more. But people are so lazy, they don't give two shits about even researching. They just have to be right. I know I was right because of the way this person acted or the way that. No. You put it in your head that you know what's what and can't nobody tell you shit. I have more white people thanking me for the stuff that I say because I never thought to look at it, to think of it, to research it. They just figured all I see on TV is, this type of person. So I figure if black people aren't like this, then those are the only ones that are in jail. Those are the only ones going through this. They're the only ones. They're the reason that black people go through this. No. Everything done to black people is the reason not only those people exist, but those are the only people that are being seen by the majority of people who have never met any of us. So yes, excuse me for being a little angry. I've got the right